Hello, and welcome to area of rhombus. So up here in the top left corner that I have prepared, you have a rhombus. So it looks something like that. You could have different shapes, you could make it longer or whatever, but this is basically what a rhombus looks like. And to calculate the area, we need the formula that you can see here below. So basically it's going to be some multiplying and division. So it's d1 multiplied by d2. What is d1? Well, let's see, let's take the color, which one's good? Blue. So d1 is where we have A to C. So it's the line that goes here. You can see it's indicated as d1 here. But that would be the line that you have to know the distance of. We'll get back to that in a moment. And then you have to multiply that by d2, which is, let's take red, here from B over to D. So that will be this line, which I can more or less hit. So that line there is d2. So when you have those two numbers, you multiply them and divide by 2. So let's look at the example here. Now in the example here that I found, it doesn't have A, B, C, D, it doesn't say D1 or D2, but it doesn't really matter. Also the whole D1 and D2, as long as you know how to find them, it doesn't really matter which one you label because you're multiplying. It doesn't matter which number comes first, really. So in this one, well, actually let's not use red, green. So we have an R there, we have an O, we could say that is B and D, we could say H and M are A and C if you want to compare it to the rhombus on the left. So let's find D1, which would be H to M. Oh, it actually doesn't say. Didn't notice that when I wrote this in. Could do some math here to find that, but I'm a little bit lazy about that, so I'm just going to imagine a number. So I'm going to say 8. That's supposed to be an 8. Let's erase that and try that again. There we go. So let's see if I can make an 8. So 8 and 8. So of course the whole distance is 2 times 8 or 8 plus 8. So that is going to be 16. So area equals 16. So that would be this one plus this one, since it's divided. Now we have to multiply. And it says 10 and 10. So 10 plus 10 is 20, and all of this has to be divided by 2 per the formula on the left. So let's do some math. 16 times 20, well, that is the same as saying 16 times 2, so that is 32, and then we're missing the 0, so that's times 10, so it's 320, and then divided by 2. You can use the calculator if you want, but well. And 320 divided by 2, if I'm not mistaken, is 160. So yeah. There are different ways you could have done this, but anyways. If you get this on a piece of paper, you will have to use your ruler to put one end up at the top here and then measure down to the bottom, same R to O. So it depends. If you're given the numbers, it's really simple. If you don't have the numbers, if it's a drawing on a piece of paper, you need to measure. You can't just do anything else. But that's really how you calculate the area of a rhombus. So I hope that was useful. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.